winning match is a whole different story.
Saturday night concluded in a manner that left fans utterly stunned. What was supposed to be a clear-cut moment of triumph for Roman Reigns turned into one of the most shocking betrayals in WWE history. When Paul Heyman, once thought to be loyal to CM Punk, suddenly turned on him, the entire landscape of WWE was thrown into chaos. Reigns, filled with elation, stood at the center of the ring with a smug grin, seemingly justified in his decision to manipulate Punk into choosing between him and his tribal chief. But as the night was set to reach its crescendo, something completely unexpected unfolded. Just as Roman Reigns prepared to deliver his signature chair shot to Seth Rollins, a painful echo of the previous year's assault, the crowd was stunned into silence. Paul Heyman, the ever-cunning strategist, betrayed his longtime ally. A low blow to Roman Reigns sent shockwaves through the arena, and as Reigns crumpled to the mat, Heyman revealed his true allegiance, with none other than Seth Rollins. The revelation that Seth Freakin Rollins had aligned himself with Paul Heyman is still reverberating through WWE. The sheer gravity of this moment has left fans in disbelief. To many, it felt like an impossible pairing, yet Heyman's shrewd mind and Rollins' methodical approach seemed to fit together in an eerie symbiosis. The question on everyone's lips: how did this betrayal happen, and what does it mean for the future of WWE? The subtle hints leading to the betrayal. As fans were left reeling from the shocking turn of events, it quickly became clear that there were subtle breadcrumbs scattered throughout the build-up to WrestleMania 41. Looking back, it's easy to see how these moments foreshadowed what was to come, though they were initially dismissed as inconsequential. Take, for instance, the heated exchange between Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman earlier in the build-up. In a tense confrontation, Rollins threatened to put Heyman's head through the mat, taunting him with the promise of a favor owed for sparing his life. A week later, during a backstage segment, Heyman was caught making an almost imperceptible facial expression toward Rollins. While it may have seemed like a throwaway moment to some, it was a clear signal that something deeper was brewing. But perhaps the most intriguing and unexpected clue came from someone who had no apparent connection to either Heyman or Rollins. Karrion Kross. The ominous devilish presence of Kross had been building for months, and during a backstage segment on Raw, fans caught a glimpse of Kross watching Rollins with a knowing gaze. His icy demeanor, his devil-on-the-shoulder persona, made it impossible to ignore the undercurrent of tension that flowed between the two men. Kross' cryptic behavior was later revealed to be a forewarning. On social media, he openly mocked those who were shocked by the betrayal, hinting that he had seen it coming all along. Karrion Kross was, in many ways, the perfect catalyst for this seismic shift. His calm and calculating demeanor made him the ideal observer of the backstage drama. And when he pointed out that he had predicted Heyman's betrayal of Punk, it further solidified the fact that this was a move that had been carefully orchestrated behind the scenes. Seth Rollins, the mastermind behind the dark turn one thing, became abundantly clear as the betrayal unfolded. Seth Rollins was not merely an ally of Paul Heyman, he was the architect of a masterstroke in the making. Rollins' character has always been one of supreme arrogance and ambition, but this alliance with Heyman takes him to an entirely new level. Unlike CM Punk or Roman Reigns, Rollins doesn't need Paul Heyman to do his talking for him. He never has. Both Punk and Reigns found themselves in dire need of Heyman's cunning tactics to elevate their careers. However, Rollins' manipulation, his mind games, and his razor-sharp instincts were always what set him apart. Now, with Heyman in his corner, Rollins is poised to become an even more dangerous and calculating force. Seth Rollins has always prided himself on being the architect, the one who plans every move with precision and foresight. Now, with Paul Heyman by his side, their combined genius creates a new level of strategy and deception. Heyman, with his experience in navigating the complex and often treacherous world of WWE politics, will be the perfect foil to Rollins' visionary schemes. This partnership feels organic in a way that few other alliances in WWE history have. Rollins and Heyman both understand the importance of manipulation, both in and out of the ring. Heyman is the ultimate survivor, often described as a human cockroach by Michael Cole, due to his uncanny ability to thrive in even the most impossible situations. And now, in this new chapter of his career, Rollins has found the perfect partner to ensure that he not only survives, but thrives. What this means for the future of WWE. The ramifications of this partnership extend far beyond just Rollins and Heyman. This shift in allegiance changes the entire landscape of WWE. For Rollins, it catapults him into a prime position to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. With Jey Uso now in possession of the coveted title, Rollins has a golden opportunity to reclaim his place at the top of the mountain. Rollins has long been viewed as the second-tier star in this generation, consistently overshadowed by Roman Reigns' dominance. However, this shocking betrayal has given him a new life, a new aura of danger and unpredictability. With Paul Heyman behind him, Rollins is no longer merely a top talent. He is a force to be reckoned with. In many ways, this could be the defining moment of Seth Rollins' career. His two previous world title runs, one in 2015 and another between 2023 and 2024, were both marked by different versions of his character. Now, with this new alliance, Rollins is positioned to have the most significant title reign of his career. This isn't just about holding the title. It's about shaping the future of WWE and defining what it means to be a champion in the modern era. The bigger picture, a potential trilogy and future clashes. This alliance between Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman also opens up numerous possibilities for future storylines in WWE. One of the most tantalizing prospects is a potential trilogy of matches between Rollins and CM Punk. The seeds for this clash have already been sown, and with both men now on a collision course for the championship, fans can expect fireworks when these two charismatic and driven personalities finally collide. But perhaps the most intriguing storyline on the horizon is the continuing saga between Rollins and Roman Reigns. Their rivalry has been one of the most compelling narratives in WWE history, and with this new development, the stakes are higher than ever. Rollins has consistently gotten the better of Reigns, both in the ring and on a psychological level. Whether it's his strategic cunning or his ability to outsmart Reigns at every turn, Rollins continues to be one step ahead of the tribal chief. The possibilities are endless. Will Rollins continue to outmaneuver Roman Reigns, or will the tribal chief have one final ace up his sleeve to take down his former ally once and for all? The intrigue surrounding this feud is palpable, and it promises to be one of the most compelling storylines in WWE for years to come. A new era, Seth Rollins takes his place among the elite. With the alliance of Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman now in full swing, it's clear that a new era is upon us in WWE. Rollins, long regarded as one of the most gifted wrestlers of his generation, is now poised to break through and reach the pinnacle of the industry. With Heyman's guidance, Rollins will navigate the murky waters of WWE politics with ease, outsmarting his foes and securing his legacy as one of the greatest to ever step foot in the ring. As the landscape of Monday Night Raw shifts, fans can expect a different Seth Rollins. No longer just the man who can dazzle with his high-flying moves or impress with his resilience, Rollins is now the mastermind, the orchestrator of his own destiny. And with Paul Heyman by his side, the world of WWE will never be the same again. This is just the beginning for Seth Rollins, and WWE fans everywhere are eagerly waiting to see how this thrilling new chapter unfolds. Will Rollins cement his legacy as the new face of WWE? Only time will tell, but one thing is for certain: the visionary is now in control, and the future is his to shape.